I think our doctors at Carrington know better than you. I genuinely don't think they do, and I think their track record speaks for themselves. Lisandro Martinez could join up with Argentina in the international break, even though he might not have made his comeback for United. It's understood that United feel Martinez's recovery may be better served by training at a high level with Argentina rather than staying at Carrington when most of his teammates will be away on international duty and the remainder will be having some off and lighter workouts. So I basically said that, look, I get it. I understand it. Lisandro Martinez loves playing for Argentina. The training in Argentina may be a little bit more regular than what it will be at Carrington because it's the international break. But I only care about Manchester United. Now, I had people swearing at me, abuse, all this. You don't know more than our fitness department. Well, funnily enough, I think I do. I think my cat knows more than our fitness department based on the last few years, honestly. So I find that one quite funny straight away. I think our doctors at Carrington know better than you. I genuinely don't think they do, and I think their track record speaks for themselves. But primarily, all I'm interested in is Manchester United. And whilst I completely understand that Lisandro Martinez flying to Argentina and back might make him feel better, he get to train with his teammates and feel in a better place mentally and physically, I get all that. But first and foremost, did we not do this with Luke Shaw at the end of the season when he hadn't played for us for 6 months, where he went and had a feel-good Euros with England and, wasn't even fit and got back for England and felt good and, you'd think he'd come back to United appreciative and really ready to go. He came back to Man United and got injured and didn't play for another few months. So, excuse me, it's a world of opinion. I don't agree with this. I don't. And it's nothing against Martinez and it's nothing against the advice from Manchester United. I just think this is bordering on risk. Well, it is risky. It's risky. Like, what if he goes there in a competitive session with Romero and, has a setback? What if he you're telling me that 2 long distance flights in the space of a week are good for a player's recovery? I don't think it is. Also, is it not the South American players that tend to come back and aren't even ready for the following Premier League weekend? Now, look, admittedly, we're playing on a Monday night, so it might not be that big. But as Gene says, we pay his wages. I think that, look, ultimately, we've done this before with Luke Shaw. He hasn't played for the football club this season or most of last season. He hasn't even returned for us yet. Like, if he'd played against Forest and he played against Spurs, I'd still be a little bit like, you've played 2 games, I'd rather you just had 2 weeks off. He hasn't even played for us yet. And we're like, yeah, we think it's a good idea to go to Argentina and train with the Argentinian national team. I find it ridiculous. And I love Lisandro Martinez. And I want Amorim to do well. And I want Man United to do well. But for a football club that's had a terrible track record, I actually do not give a shit about international teams, by the way. Can I make that very, very clear? Manchester United come before Portugal, England, and I'm English, Argentina. I get that people like Luke Shaw value England over Man United, and the evidence is there that he does, and you'll probably say he doesn't, but, he has said stuff in the past, and I get that Martinez probably values Argentina over Man United because they're very passionate, and Casemiro values Brazil, and I understand that, and that's fine, but I value Man United over any international team, and we need him back. And I don't feel comfortable with any player. If Luke Shaw was doing that, there'd be an uproar. Because it's Martinez and we all love Martinez, we're like, well, it's good for his mental health, it'll be good for his recovery. If that was Luke Shaw and he hadn't played for 6 months and we were going, we think it's good for him to go and train with the England team, people would go mad. So I think that it's a huge, huge, huge risk. And I'm just going to say that. And people can disagree with me, and I think a lot of people will. And I think they'll do it on the basis of, we like Martinez, it's good for him. But I honestly think him not going to Argentina, staying at Carrington for 2 weeks, will be much better for Manchester United than it will be if he goes there. And if anything goes wrong, why run the risk? Why run the risk? And I think I'm pretty sure we did this before with Martinez. I'm pretty sure we did do this before with Martinez. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure he was recovering before and he went out to Argentina. And I don't think he trained with them. I think he just, sort of did some light training with them. Look, there's a time where you've got to put Manchester United first. And I put Manchester United first. So there we go. Someone said, could we do a poll on it? We can. I mean, I really don't care. I do care, but what I mean is I won't be influenced by whatever you vote. The great thing about this community is that we have had big disagreements, but we remain united. Should Martinez go on international duty? Let me know your thoughts there. I just think he's such an important player for us, and I just can't. It's not like he's going down the road to St George's Park in Middle England. He's going to the other side of the world for Argentina. So yeah,